Well, let's get to the big one here. Lilo and Stitch. I went to go check that
Yes,
one out on
sir.
Saturday. I'm gonna start off by saying this got an A. I think it was an A on Cinema Score. I think audiences are loving it right now. I mean, that's expected, right? People are gonna love this. It's at 94 on Rotten Tomatoes. Crazy. 69 critically. If you watch this movie and don't compare it to the animated, which you cannot do, and I know we do this for The Last of Us, but to me, a video game medium and a show medium, that's different things. There's things you can do in video games and things you can't do in TV shows, so they have to change this. But when it comes to a movie, you should be able to do some stuff, right? So if you watch it without comparing it to the animated movie, it's not a bad movie. But then you add in the aspect of, well, it's made off of the animated version, and it lost its heart. It lost its it was not the same, and I think it was two major issues with it. And maybe I don't know if you guys remember this movie or not. I'm gonna ask you guys a question and see what you guys say. If you could describe Lilo and Stitch in one word, what would that word be?
Family.
Damn. Ohana, right? Ohana. That's exactly.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, Ohana is the one word you would choose to describe Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, that was out the window in this one, man. Like the first time that Lilo said Ohana to Nani, and you see it in the anime movie. Yeah, we don't leave family behind. She's like, yeah, you're right. You know, that's not what we do. She was like, no, this is the real world. We got to move on from that. We cannot do that. I was like, yo, I cannot believe you guys literally did this to Ohana. Like that. No, that was wild, and they added a grown up, real life type of thing to it, and it just, to me, it didn't work. It didn't work compared to the animated. So that was major issue number one, which is probably the biggest issue of the whole thing. Major issue number two was how Lilo got Stitch in the animated movie. Nani, sees her making the wish. She wants to help her. She's struggling and stuff with her friends and in life. And Nani goes and takes her to the adoption center, right? To the pet adoption, and they pick out Lilo. And this one, it's not Nani. It's a neighbor that was not in the animated movie. And when Nani finds out that Lilo got Stitch, she was just like, no, we're not doing this. Where'd you get this from? It was just weird, and it took away the point of having Stitch in this family, in my opinion. So for it not to be Nani to go pick up Stitch with Lilo, just that was another bad decision. And then there was just little things that just didn't work that worked in the animated, that just, like I said, it lost its heart. It lost that sense of family and all that. So to me, like as a movie related to Lilo and Stitch animated, I would give this a 4, maybe even a 3. Just because, like, that I can't believe they took away Ohana. If you watch this just as a movie, don't compare it to the animated. You might come away with at a 7. People are at 94% right now. They're liking it. So to me, it was not that, though. Like, it just lost so much from the animated movie, and it just was not worth it. So I know if you guys have seen it, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, absolutely.
Jay had brought up to me, and I'm curious your opinion on this. Lilo and Stitch, the animated series, like, came out around us. Like, that was ours.
2003, 2005, something.
And like, I know they bring back things all the time, but I feel like Lilo and Stitch is kind of different. Like, you're bringing back something that I feel like it's popular, but it's not like the upper echelon of Disney. So they're kind of bringing something back, and a lot of kids don't know what I would argue they don't know a lot about Lilo and Stitch. So, like, they make this live action movie, and 90% of them haven't seen the animated series. Maybe they've seen the movie, maybe. But again, like, I would argue Lilo and Stitch just isn't like how many characters would you go through before you get to Stitch talking about Disney?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I can see that. I don't know, maybe
just as talking 10, to the high audience score. Because like you said, the movie is at least solid. if you don't.
Yeah, the movie
compare it.
itself, like, don't compare it, and yeah, you'll enjoy it. But Bubbles in this one wasn't even the social worker. Like,
You're lying.
Bubbles was not the social worker. He was a CIA agent that came in later in the movie as a director. You know, the director of the social worker. But that first interaction at the house and Bubbles talking to Lilo and all that didn't happen. It was an actual social worker. So that was like, dang, that crazy. Another one. I forget their names. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. The two aliens. The scientist and the green alien.
Peakley and
Jumba.
Yeah.
Maybe I could see why they did it, but I don't agree with it. For most of the movie, it's Zach Galifianakis and Billy Magnuson. Magnuson is who plays them. That's literally them as them. Like they clone themselves and they're humans throughout most of the movie. So they're not even their alien forms. So you're watching Zach and Billy on screen.
That's crazy.
So that was wild too. Like like I said, it just lost so much. I can't believe it, man. The character's name, Jet, that you brought up in the news last week, the big alien that's not in the movie,
Captain Gantu.
Captain Gantu. Obviously, he's not in here. They made the person that went to go capture Stitch the scientist, and he had like a whole like evil switch up, and he's gonna just control Stitch and lose his ability to learn and love and all that stuff, and just make him a complete monster. And I didn't agree with that either. So it was like, there's just so many points like that. It just fell flat, and it just did not work as a live action remake of the thing. So crazy, insane.
You think that was a hard one to make live action?
No,
I think so.
I don't think so. I think you can adapt it pretty easily.
There's a lot of going back to the point that you said about Pleakley and fucking the other one, like there's a lot of aliens in this shit. Like you gotta fucking.
That's the one that I could see. Okay, fine, because in the animated they're dressed up as they got wigs and fucking hats and sunglasses and shit. And I don't know if you could do that here in the live action. Maybe it wouldn't work that well or wouldn't make that much sense. So maybe I could see that one, but it's still just to me.
How was Stitch?
Stitch was fine. Stitch, Lilo, and Nani. Let me talk about that. Yeah, they were all three fine for the most part. Nani was the worst one of the three, but she still did all right. But Lilo and Stitch, yeah, no issues with Lilo, no issues with Stitch. Fantastic characters. Nani left Stitch at the end of the movie. Sorry, spoilers, but I mean, I don't recommend you guys watch it. Nani left Lilo, Stitch. Lilo, at the end of the movie, she went off to college to be a marine biologist. So crazy. It's insane.
I'm about to say, how old is Nani? Because back in the day, boy, you know?
Yeah. No. I mean, yeah. Damn. It's insane. I just
Nani.
Come on, bro. Like that's the one you got to get right, brother.
Crazy. So yeah, like I said, let me know if you guys did watch it. What you guys think about it? Did you guys enjoy it? And compared to the animated, how'd you guys feel? Leave all the stuff in the comments below.
Matter of fact, speaking of that, real quick, the Lilo with Stitch trailer was the one I made the TikTok, and the guy thought I was fucking talking about Lilo being hot or some shit. Yeah, fucking crazy.
Wild.
I just remember
like
that.
Dying.
Yeah, like it made no sense. He was, and people came to my defense in the comments like he was not talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.